Welcome to the Bright Lights Podcast, presented by Clovercrest Media Group. Joe McGuire along with Jamar Smith. And Jamar, we are now at the quarterfinals of the CIA State Championships women's basketball. And we're going to get everybody all caught up. We're going to run through all the different conferences, and you'll kind of get us up to date, let us know who's doing what. And before all said and done, we're going to tell you who we think is going to win a championship this year.
Hey, what's going on? This is Jamar Smith coming through with the Bright Lights. We're at March Madness tournament time from the conferences and the classes, and we're gonna, give you all the previews on what's going on, and including tonight where we have Class L and we have Class S and Class M competition. So we're gonna start off with Class L. And starting off with the top players. The top players in Class L, we have Emily Knowles out of Connacht, Serenity Lancaster out of New London, Jordan Bay Kent out of NFA, Alana and Leah Philpotts, the twins from Hamden, and we have Aaron Lovett from St. Joseph's. So I'm gonna get into the first round. The first round, it was the total of 27 teams that made it. Shout out to all the 27 teams that made it in Class L. And a couple teams got a bye, which start off with Sacred Heart Academy, which received the first round bye, number 1 seed. And they will be playing Southington, which was a 55-35 winner over Fairfield Ludlow. Fairfield Ludlow was a 2023 Class LL finalist, and they perished in the first round, but they had a great season. So leads to Sacred Heart versus Southington. Next we have Stanford, the 8th seed, led by Pauline Velakis, with a big win over West Haven, 47-34. The first upset,
Spoiler alert,
is we got number 24 Danbury, the Hatters, over the Richfield Tigers, which is the 9th seed, actually 51-44. And quick story, the Hatters, which is actually, if you remember the story of the Mad Hatter, that originated out of Danbury, Connecticut. So shout out Danbury High with a big win. Next we got Connor, the Red Wolves, a big win over New Britain, the Golden Hurricanes. A CCC first round matchup, 57-36. Next we have another CCC matchup where we have number 13 E.O. Smith, 58 over number 20 Enfield, 44. Next, the first round we have the 5th seed Glastonbury Guardians over the number 28 Norwalk Bears, 57-41. We have first round number 12 Fairfield Ward, the Mustangs, over the Greenwich Cardinals, 44-36. Number 2 St. Joseph's received the first round bye, which leads to number 15 Norwich Free Academy over number 18 Manchester, 61-32. Number 7 Newington over number 26 South Windsor, 51-26. Number 10 Newtown, 45 over number 23 East Hartford, 38. The defending Class L state champion Hamden, they had the first round bye, so shout out to Hamden, which leads to number 14 Trumbull with a big win over number Kennedy the Eagles, 57-23. And last year's Class M champion New London had a big win over Brand McMahon, 71-31.
Wow.
And that leads to the second round action. Oh yeah, also shout out to Mercy that had a big win over Staples as well. Leads to the second round. We have SHA with a close win. They were actually up by 22, and Southington came back to rally to get down to about 4 points, but they pulled out the 5-point win, 51-46. So that was a close game, which led SHA to the quarters. Next, we have Stanford, number 8 Stanford, big win, 54-34 over Danbury. Next, we have number 4 Connor, the Red Wolves, Big win over E.O. Smith, 74-57. And the next upset that was in the tournament, we got Fairfield Ward, a 34-24 win over Glastonbury. Glastonbury, the fifth seed, was picked to go far in the tournament, and they kind of slipped, man. Like I always say, Fairfield Ward with that size, man, they got the best of them. So, shout out Fairfield Ward on a big win going to the quarterfinals, and probably the biggest upset of the tournament. NFA, man, a big win over St. Joseph's, 59-28. Um, St. Joseph's was the number two seed, picked to win it all by a lot of cohorts, I would say, and NFA came through and steamrolled them, man. We have next Newington, the seventh seed, a 44-27 win over number 10 Newtown, and we have number three Hamden, the defending champ, over Trumbull 55-40. And probably one of the biggest upsets of the tournament, we had Mercy, number 11, over number 6 New London, 33-24. And that's
Defense,
crazy.
baby.
Yeah, and I picked New London to go far. So we got the quarterfinals, which is being played as we speak, which number 1 SHA playing number 8 Stanford. Then we have number 4 Connor playing number 12 Fairfield Ward, excuse me. And we have number 15 NFA at number 7 Newington tonight. And also we have number 11 Mercy Middletown playing number 3 Hamden in a SEC matchup for the quarterfinals. So it's gonna be big, man. We're gonna get back to you next episode with all the scores from the quarterfinals, and we're gonna talk about the semifinals as well. So that was Class Double L starting off, and we're
Hey,
gonna get the
Sacred Heart's in a
yeah.
good spot right now, boy.
Yeah, I mean, Sacred Heart, man, like, I mean, they got a good draw for one. So it's being a number 1 seed. You got a lot of games that's home and in your advantage. And number 2, they're just a great team, man. So I'm looking forward to them doing damage. So, I mean, the clock's ticking right now on each of these games. So I'm looking forward to see who won and who lost. So we got next we're gonna go to Class L. I mean, Class L, we're going to start off with the first round with Holy Cross, Waterbury. They've received the first round bye, and actually, they're going to be playing Wilton. Wilton had a big win, 50-46 over Lyman Hall Wallingford. Wilton was a Class Double L finalist 2 years ago where they lost to East Hartford, so they have a great program. Next, we have number 8 Bristol Easton with a big win over Shelton. Number 25, 74-29. I mean, what else you gotta say? I mean, shout
Yowza.
out, yeah, hey, shout out Bristol Easton. Um, Next we have number 9 Amity Woodbridge with a big win over Wilby Waterbury, 60-39. And that leads to Pomperog Southbury, which had a first round bye. And they will be playing number 13 Bethel, which had a big win, 62-35 over Weathersfield. Next, we have number 5 Middletown, which received the first round bye. And they're going to be playing 12th seeded Farmington, which beat number 21 Hill House 66-48. Surprising game. Hill House usually has a great roster. A little down this year, but shout out to Hill House. They had a great season, but Farmington prevailed. Next, we have number 2 Simsbury, which had a first round bye, and is one of my favorites in Class L. And they will be playing number 15, the Fitch Falcons, which had a big win over number 18 Bristol Central, 62-45. And next we have number 7 Woodstock Academy, which had a first round bye, and they're going to be playing probably the hottest team in the bracket and in the state, which is Windsor, which had a big win, the 10th seed over number 25 Notre Dame Fairfield, 56-32. And next we have New Milford, the Green Wave. They got John Wallace's daughter, Jade Wallace. They got a first round bye, and they're going to be playing number 14 Torrington, which had a big win as the 14th seed over the 19th seed Cheshire Rams,
Impressive.
49-35. And next we have the Massic Monroe Panthers, which is the sixth seed, and they'll be playing the number 11 seed New Canaan Rams, which had a big win over Guilford, 62-41. So that leads to the second round. The second round we got Holy Cross, big win over Wilton, number 17, 59-46. Number 8, Bristol Easton, 38, Amity 27. Number 4, Pomperog 49, which got upsetted by Bethel. Bethel
Yep.
with the big win, 53-49. Next was Blowout Central, which we have Farmington over the CCC rival Middletown, 72-45. That was crazy. That was probably one of the biggest upsets in Class L so far. Next, we have number 2 Simsbury with the 54-41 over number 15 Fitch, which was, I know, a very good game as two great teams. Um, Windsor, the hottest team in the state, another big win, a 59-39 win over Woodstock Academy. And we have number 3 New Milford with a 55-32 win over number 14 Torrington. And last but not least, we got number 6 Massic with a 40-32 win over New Canaan, which was a close game and two great teams. And my bad, I wanted to announce the best players in Class L.
Well, there's still time.
Yeah. So, I just wanted to say shout out to the team. So I'm gonna give a quick run through of the top players. We have Ayana Franks, Mrs. 30, Miss 30 ball, drops 30 dang near every game. We have Ileana Felice, the 6 foot center out of New Milford, the Twin Towers with Jake Wallace. We have Amanda Gallagher, the guard forward out of Simsbury. And we have the quick cat guard, Shaylin Smith out of Middletown, 5'7" guard, and had an amazing season for the Blue Dragons. And we have Corinne Lomax out of Holy Cross, a 6 foot post, can score inside and out, and deadly duo for Holy Cross. So, and that's Class L. So, I don't know. I mean, we're halfway through, Joe. Um, I'm really looking forward to the quarterfinals and semifinals. We're gonna have some special guests come up, and actually, hopefully, we might get some footage from the state championship games at the Mohegan as well. So we
That would be
want you guys
great.
to stay tuned. Bright Lights podcast, and we are going to go into Class Double M. So Class Double M, we got number 1 Ellington, which received a first round bye, and the Purple Knights, a strong team out of the NCCC conference. They will be playing number 17 Brookfield, which had a 63-43 win over Watertown. And next we have number 25 Avon with a huge upset, and I wouldn't say a huge upset because they're a great team, but just had a little up and down season. But they had a big win over number 8 Bullard Havens Tech. Um,
Dominated.
yeah, 64-24. So next we got Berlin with a big win over Prince Tech, 56-19. Um, Next we have one of my picks, number 4 Bacon Academy, with a big win over their ECC rival Waterford, 65-44. Next we have New Fairfield, one of my dark horses, 62-42 over Waterbury Career Academy. Next, we have Shin, the Titans out of Wallingford, big win over Joel Barlow, 60-35. Next, we have East Haven, the Yellow Jackets, big win over Nanawag, 63-49. And one of my top picks, number 2, Northwest Catholic, man, a dynamite team, and they're playing number 31 Weston, and they had a big win, 66-34. Number 15 Bassick versus number 18 Ledger, which had Ledger with a
Yikes.
big win, 57-23. Number 7 Rocky Hill with a big win over Brantford, 72-32. Whoa,
Yikes.
yeah. And number 10 Foreign with a close game over Jonathan Law, 42-33. Next we have Knorr Tech, a big upset. They went down to number 30 seed Ram, 55-42. Yeah, that was
Well, that's quite a beating right there. Jeez. Mars. Mars. Looks like we're having a little audio issue with Automars here as we recap the Class Double M results. Yeah, we lost Jamars. You were killing it. I don't know what you did, and then we stopped.